und dann wird den Juden das freche Lügenmaul gestopft werden.
I'm on a very impressive tour of the Air Force Base. I see our weapon system and all our planes, and behind the mighty F-35. Iran has recently threatened the destruction of Israel. She should remember that these planes can reach anywhere in the Middle East, for Iran, as well as Syria.
Bolton and Netanyahu killed 2005 Iran talks. They lured Trump into shredding 2015 deal. It's all about the Benjamins, baby.
There is a decade-long history of tension between the United States and Iran. In 1953, the United States overthrew the legitimate government of Iran to restore the monarchy of Shah Mohammad Reza Pahlavi, who ruled Iran with the US support until 1979. The Iranian Revolution kicked out the Shah, Shah Farari-Shodeh, which resulted in the Shah running away. Iranian resistance then stormed the United States Embassy in Tehran and held 52 Americans hostage for over 400 days. During the Iran-Iraq War in the 1980s, the United States supported Iraq and shot down an Iranian civilian aircraft in international airspace, which resulted in the death of over 300 passengers.
We will continue to increase the pressure on the Iranian regime until it abandons its nuclear weapons program and ends its violent activities across the Middle East, including conducting and supporting terrorism around the world. Tehran's continued pursuit of a nuclear program, including recent increases in uranium stockpiles and enrichment levels, is in direct violation of its commitments under the nuclear deal.
We've cut off billions in funds that the Islamic Republic of Iran's leadership would have used for various nefarious purposes, not the least of which would have been their efforts to destroy the state of Israel.
My dear American friends, listen to me very carefully. America needs to wake up. Congress is allowing the Trump administration to act foolishly. In reality, it's not even Donald Trump, but it's the money from the powerful Xiaoping lobby which is making a mockery of the Constitution of the United States.
The Prime Minister is standing by. Mr. Prime Minister, we're so very delighted to have you today. Can you bring us a word of greeting?
Well, it's great to be with you. Thank you.
Congress isn't exerting its authority and responsibility under Article 1, Section 8 of the Constitution, which clearly states Congress shall have the authority to declare war. The Trump regime is likely to claim that presidential authority to strike Iran is based on the 2001 authorization for the use of military force, which set a dangerous precedent in which Congress empowered President Bush to use force against those he determined planned, authorized, or committed or aided the attacks on that gruesome day in 2001. We all know it was an inside job. The Trump regime will make that claim. However, it's up to the God-fearing and peace-loving people of the United States to ensure that the regime is challenged.
Well, I was getting this question in the 1990s, and I said that the West really doesn't understand militant Islam. So I wrote a book in 1995, and I said that if the West doesn't wake up to the suicidal nature of militant Islam, the next thing you'll see is the militant Islam is bringing down the World Trade Center.
Of Saudi Arabia, a friend of mine, a man who has really done things in the last 5 years in terms of opening up Saudi Arabia, and I think especially what you've done for women.
Before we declare war, let's ask ourselves, is a vital national security interest being threatened? Or is the threat confined to the crappy state of Israel and Saudi Arabia? Do we have a clear attainable objective? Nope. Have the risks and costs been fully and frankly analyzed? I don't think so. Is there a plausible exit strategy to avoid endless entanglement? Absolutely not. Have the consequences of our actions been fully considered? Doubt it. Is the action supported by the American people as well as the British people? Not at all.